Habari! We are on the 11th day of our Swahili journey, and here are what we are going to discover. First, the use of personal pronouns markers within conjugated verbs. Second, the structure of the complete past action tense of Swahili's verbs. In English, we always use personal pronouns to indicate who is performing the action in a sentence. This is so different in Swahili. We can notice that personal pronouns are almost not used in Swahili. How then can we identify the personal pronouns in a speech in Swahili? Take a look at this note. I will explain. At your left, you have personal pronouns in English. In the middle, you have them in Swahili. And at your right, you have what we call markers or subject prefixes. Stay at your right. The first thing you see is ni. Ni is linked to mimi, which means I in English. The second letter is u in Swahili. In English is u. Here is u. So the u is linked to wewe, which means you in English. We have a, which is linked to yeye. We have tu. This one is linked to sisi, which means we in Swahili. And so on, and the last one is wa. Wa is linked to wow, which means they in English. So each marker is linked to a specific personal pronoun. Here is how these markers or subject prefixes works. They are always placed at the beginning of the verb to indicate who is performing the action. You will get some practical examples of how they are used in the next few minutes. Meanwhile, let's dive into what is a complete action. A complete action is an action that starts and ends without interruption. Here is an example to break this down. Yesterday, before I went to school, I took a shower. Now let's analyze the sentence. What did I do before going to school yesterday? The answer is clear. I took a shower. We see clearly that I did taking a shower. I finished taking a shower. I put on my clothes and then I headed off to school. Taking a shower in our context is a complete action, and that is what we call a complete past action. Now, how do we make the formation of the complete past tense in Swahili? The complete past tense is formed by using the prefix li and the roots of verbs. The prefix is attached to the verb root to indicate that the action was completed in the past. Here is a rule of how it works. Subject prefix plus li plus verb root. Let's break this down with examples. We want to conjugate the verb to sleep in complete past tense. To sleep is kulala in Swahili. And I want to say I slept. So I have to start by ni. If you remember, ni is the marker linked to I. So whenever you see ni by the beginning of a conjugated verb, you know that the person who is performing the action is I. That means the first personal pronoun is performing the action. So we start by writing ni. After that, we add the prefix li, and we have nili. Now, the verb root of kulala is lala. To get the verb root, we just have to drop the ku. In this case, when we drop the ku, we have lala. So lala is the verb root of kulala. Once we got the verb root, we just have to add this root to the nili, and we get nili lala. Nili lala. Right? This is a complete past tense. I slept. Nililala. Let's move on other example. For this time, we want to conjugate the verb to believe in the complete past tense in the second singular personal pronoun. To believe in Swahili is kuamini. To get the verb root, we drop the ku as usual. And we have amini. Now, the marker for the second singular personal pronoun is u. So we start writing u, and then we add the prefix li, and we have uli. Now we add the verb root amini. What we see, uliamini. Uliamini. Another example with the third singular personal pronoun, he or she. Let's conjugate the verb to help. To help in Swahili is kusaidia. The base verb or the verb root is saidia. You drop the ku. To conjugate this in the complete past tense, we start by writing first a, the marker linked to she or he, or yeye in Swahili. Then you add the prefix li, which is the prefix for the complete past action. We have now ali. What we do then, we add the verb root saidia, and we get ali saidia, he or she helped. Another example, this time we are going to work with the first plural personal pronoun, we. We want to conjugate to cook in the complete past tense. We cooked. The verb to cook in Swahili is kupika. The verb root is pika. Now, the marker length word that replaces we in Swahili is tu. So we write first tu, and we add the prefix li, and we have tuli. Now we add the verb root pika, and we get tulipika. Tulipika. We cooked.
We cooked yesterday. We cooked rice. Tulipika.
What about you waited? To wait in Swahili is kusubiri. The verb root is subiri. We want to conjugate this verb in the complete past action. You waited, like you waited for 1 hour. The marker linked to you in Swahili is So we write the letter M first, and we add li, adding the verb root, which is subiri. What we get finally is umlisubiri. Umlisubiri. You waited. What about the third plural personal pronoun? They. We want to say they bought. The verb buy. To buy in Swahili is kununua. The verb root is nunua. To conjugate this in the complete past tense, we have to start by writing wa. Wa is the marker linked to the third plural personal pronoun. After that, we add the prefix li and the verb root nunua, and we have walinunua, walinunua, walinunua. They bought. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date. Asante sana.